you were saying just a minute ago about well, I made the comment that there's somebody out there for everybody, and you said maybe not just one, and I think that's true, that that there's probably any number of people anywhere around the country, around the world, that we could be attracted to, share similar interests, and could develop a relationship with.
Absolutely.
And, so I'm glad you mentioned that. Can you offer some tips for getting back into the dating scene for people who haven't? And we just got that question about the divorced
Haven't
parents.
been dating in a while.
Right.
The one thing I tell any client that comes to me is know your deal breakers. Make your lists.
Yes.
Lists are important in any, whether it be for a relationship to start now or whether it's for work.
Yes.
Or make your list.
Yes.
What's the most important thing when you're moving back into the dating world? What's going to make you feel good? Then when you're done making that list, check the realism in it. Because sometimes, the being realistic is the most, what is common to you when you're going out and dating somebody? What do you think is going to make you happy? After you do that, then take a look in the mirror. And see how you feel about yourself. And it goes back to that self-worth. It goes back to feeling good about yourself. Getting back out there again. You need to be positive about yourself before you can go out and date anybody, or else it's not going to work. I don't.
No, go ahead.
I don't care how great you sound on the outside. It's how you feel on the inside.
Right. You've got to feel good about yourself.
Absolutely.
And feel confident about yourself.
Absolutely.
And very, very, very important.
Yeah, so take a look in the mirror.
Take a look in the mirror, make that list, as
Yep.
you said. And once you make that list, you may find that there are some things on there that just are not realistic.
Yeah, they're
really
not
don't make any sense.
Right.
You know?
Right, absolutely. Some things that, and I deal with thousands of clients, and one of the things is the ones that are the most successful at this are the ones that are realistic about what they're looking for. The ones that call me and say, I only want this, this, and this.
Sure.
It's fine, you're allowed to have your preferences. But realistically, do you feel that you can hold up on your end what you're asking from the other person?
Right.
So, and just own the things that are wrong, because we're all human. We all have things wrong with us. Own the things that are wrong with you first. Stop placing blame on past. Know what your faults were, and moving forward, learn from them, and take that into your next relationship and see what you could do better. And those are going to be the best relationships.
Right. Yes. And keep going back to that list thing and being realistic.
Absolutely.
And to keep all those things
I have
in
lists
mind.
all over.
Well,
I have lists for my lists, Tim.
Well, your example at the beginning, like you say, somebody may think they want somebody with a particular eye color or hair color or whatever, which if they're restricting their dating to people of a particular hair color or whatever, they might be missing out.
You have no
somebody
idea.
Really special.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that's very interesting. Wow, thank you. What is the number one tip that you could offer our listeners for finding that special somebody, developing a special relationship? Is there just one tip that really stands out?
Well, I think it goes back to the one thing: be positive.
Be positive.
Be positive. The negativity it destroys not only yourself but any potential for a good relationship. Be positive. Be open. I'm sorry, that's two, but being open. You have to be open. Just like you just said, you never know. You're so closed off and in the box of what you think you're looking for. You never give the right person an opportunity. You never know. He could be passing you right by.
That's true. That's very true.
Openness is really important, but the only way you could be open is if you're positive about the experience.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is a live web chat. We're talking about dating and and love, because it's Valentine's Day. Dating and love. We're talking about dating, particularly for folks who are over 50, but it can be any age. This is Joanna Dara, and she is a dating specialist from Just Lunch. It's Just Lunch.
It's Just Lunch.
Right, which is an international company.
It is.
With an office in Albany.
We do.
And we're taking your questions or comments or horror stories. We'd love to hear from you. Please send us a question or a comment. You can tweet it to us. You can send it through the CBS6 Facebook page, or you can email it to us at chat@wrgb.com. So we look forward to hearing from you in the next few minutes. Joanna, I've got another question for you. And that is, what are some of the things that you tell clients before they go out on their first date? I guess we talked a little bit about that, but specifically, there's something, like a number one again, a number one that you would tell people.
Have fun.
Have fun, okay.
Have fun. You're out on a date with somebody who's out on a date with somebody just
Right.
the same.
Sure.
It's a first date. Have fun. There's no expectations. You just go into it with knowledge that you're sitting across from somebody
Yes.
that you have common interests with, commonalities. Have fun. Laugh, joke, enjoy it. If you go into it with too much pressure on yourself,
Right.
you're gonna fail at it. So
Right,
just have
right.
fun.
So, and just be
yourself.
yourself and just,
Absolutely.
right, share, and
Yeah.
next thing you know, you'll be laughing and having a good time.
Yeah, you do. I
Wow.
get great stories about
Wow.
that all the time.
Wow.
Clients called and they were so nervous. And I can tell you a quick one. I had a
Sure.
woman call me, and it took her a while
Yeah.
her to be a client of
Yes,
ours.
yes.
So what happened was she called me and she's like, Joanna.
Yes.
And I said, yeah. She's like, hi, we use, obviously, because we're confidential.
Right.
It's Stella. I'm like, hi, Stella. I'm like, aren't you supposed to be a date in 5 minutes? She's like, I'm sitting out front of the restaurant. Just talk me through this.
Oh, really?
So I said, Stella, you're going to be fine. Do you want to know about your
Yes,
match a little
yes,
bit more? And
yes.
she's like, no, I know all about him. Just tell me I'm going to be fine. I go, you're going to be fine. I go, do me a favor. I'm working late tonight. I'm like, give me a call when you're done. Let me know
Sure,
how it goes.
sure.
I didn't hear from Stella.
Sure.
10 o'clock the next morning, Stella calls me back and she says to me, hi. I said, hi. She goes, I'm like, what happened? I didn't hear from you. She said, we ended up leaving. We walked over. We were in Schenectady. We walked over. There was a little jazz bar that we went to. We ended up going there afterwards. I didn't get home until midnight. I didn't think you wanted me to call you that late. I said, and you were so worried about your first
and
date.
she was worried about it, right.
But,
Wow.
we're all nervous. We're all nervous. Just have fun. That's the most you could do.
Sure. Oh, interesting. Wow. I thought you were going to tell me that perhaps she had a little earpiece and you were talking to her through the earpiece.
No, that's
the date.
that's a whole other movie in
I
itself.
was just going to say, that's a movie, right?
I think that's called,
yes,
yeah.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about, right? Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
no.
Oh, no, that's a great story.
Yeah,
right,
it
that's
is
a
great. We
story,
have
right.
great
And
stories.
Keep in mind, right, that there is going to be a certain element of nervousness. and
Absolutely.
just relax, be yourself, and have fun.
Yeah, it's the most important
Wow.
thing.
Wow. I do have one thing that I want to share. This is from a friend of mine who posted this morning on Facebook. And he says, so here we are, the day in which we celebrate the one thing we seemingly spend our entire lives in search of, finding love and true happiness. It stirs our emotions, it forces us to do things we normally would not, and it's what great songs and movies have been written about. And while I could easily come down hard this year on this special day, I'm not. Love is a bond that at times can seem like a double-edged sword, but when it's true, it has no limits and it knows no boundaries. So if there's someone special in your life, draw them close to you, honor, cherish, and respect them for who they are, be thankful for all the good things they bring to your life, and do not let a day pass without telling them how much they really mean to you. And that kind of goes back to my thought for the week about being sure you know
appreciate.
that you appreciate someone. And he goes on to say, this is dedicated to my loving grandparents who spent 53 years of their life together, a shining example for me of what true love really looks like.
That's
I
wonderful.
was moved by that.
I
this
am very
morning,
moved by
so
that. That's beautiful.
I had to share that. That was
thank
very
you.
nice.
Thank you very
nice.
much.
I want to know about some of your success stories. I know you just shared one, but you must have more. Have you got a couple of success stories that you can share with us before we wrap up? And we will be wrapping up in a few minutes. So again, if you have questions or comments, would like to get interactive with us, please chat at wrgb.com, Twitter, or the CBS6 Facebook page.